there's a group of people that say that dragons were real, and I'll explain.
Dismissing the truth behind myths and ignoring the existence of extraterrestrial creatures is no longer an option. It's high time that humans accept they are not alone in the universe. From the winged beasts to colossal mysteries.
Don, are you seeing this?
Hang on, for what was captured on camera will leave you in awe. While taking a walk in his backyard, a man noticed something strange in the sky. It was a quiet moment, but soon his attention was drawn to a large shape flying high above him. The creature had massive wings that stretched out wide. The size and shape of those wings were unlike anything he had ever seen before. At that moment, it seemed clear. This was no ordinary animal. It looked like a dragon. He realized that what he was seeing could blur the lines between myth and reality. The sight left him with many questions about what might exist beyond what we usually understand. Dragon hidden behind clouds. A footage from Farnworth, England showed a large creature flying in the sky with huge wings. It glided smoothly, and its appearance looked a lot like the dragons from movies like Game of Thrones. The way the creature flew and its wing size made it seem like it came straight from a different world. This footage had caught people's attention, making them wonder if it's a real dragon or just a clever trick of the camera. And if you ask me, I'd definitely say that this is the beginning of the dragons making their comeback. Dragon captured! For those who still don't believe in the existence of mythical creatures such as dragons, this clip might offer some evidence. The video shows a massive dragon perched on the top of a building, sitting for a while, and roaring before suddenly disappearing back into the clouds. The sight of such a large and distinct creature, witnessed by many in such an unusual setting, had captured considerable attention. As it vanished into the sky, the video raised questions and sparked curiosity about the possibility of mythical creatures being more than just legends. Real-life angel. Who says you can't see angels in real life? What I'm about to share might make you question everything you've thought before. This man looked up at the sky and saw something that seemed almost unreal. In the distance, a human-like figure with enormous wings was flying high above. The wings spread wide, and the way it moved through the air left no doubt in his mind. It was unlike anything he had ever seen. It was clear that this wasn't just some ordinary bird or figure. It seemed to be something truly extraordinary. Something that looked like an angel. Phoenix. A video recently surfaced online from China showing a surprising sight. It featured white birds with long, flowing feathers that looked strikingly similar to the mythical white phoenix from old legends. The birds flew gracefully above the mountains, making the scene feel like it belonged in a fantasy movie. After a while, the birds flew out of sight and disappeared into the woods. Their resemblance to the legendary phoenix sparked curiosity. People wondered if there was any connection between these real birds and the mythical creature they resembled so closely. Mythical creature in sky. Are there any House of Dragons fans here? If so, this one's for you. A group of hikers was out exploring when they saw something that left them completely stunned. Up in the sky, a massive creature was flying right before their eyes. It looked like something straight out of a fantasy story. Before they could get a closer look, it quickly disappeared behind the mountains. The video sparked a lot of discussion. People were convinced it was a real-life dragon, just like the ones from Game of Thrones or House of Dragons. Others dismissed it as nothing more than a CGI. Even with so many opinions, no one could say for sure what it really was. winged creature.
¿Estás viendo eso? ¡Ay, hijo de puta!
This strange winged creature was spotted sitting on a tree branch above a road. Its appearance was so unusual that people immediately began comparing it to the legendary Mothman. For those unfamiliar with the story, the Mothman is a creature from American folklore, often described as a large, winged figure with glowing red eyes, first sighted in Point Pleasant, West Virginia, during the 1960s. As the creature sat still, watching over the road, many couldn't help but wonder if this was a real-life encounter with a being from legend. Could it be that the myths surrounding the Mothman were actually rooted in truth? The sighting sparked a wave of curiosity, making it seem as though the stories people once thought of as just myths might now be turning into something more real. Pterosaur in real. Recently, something strange was spotted in the skies over Boise, Idaho. A large winged figure appeared to be gliding through the air, looking like a pterosaur from the time of the dinosaurs. This sight quickly sparked debate. A few individuals said that it could be a CGI or some sort of special effect, while others guessed if it was a creature thought to be extinct. The sight raised questions about what's possible in our world. Many wondered if ancient creatures could still be out there, hidden from our view. Cathedral Guardian. It's hard to imagine that cathedrals might have hidden guardians, watching over them in silence. These guardians are often unseen, blending in with the ancient structures, but sometimes they're revealed unexpectedly, like this one. While sitting on top of an old cathedral, a strange winged creature appeared at first to be nothing more than a statue. It wasn't until it suddenly stretched its wings that people realized it was alive. The sight left onlookers in awe, and soon, many began to call it the Guardian of the Cathedral, a mysterious protector that had been quietly watching over the building for who knows how long. Angel Landing.
Barely make it up right there, right to the left of this hill.
On a random evening, a man was driving through the countryside when something caught his eye. In the gloomy weather, he saw a figure with large wings slowly coming down toward the ground. The creature moved quietly through the air, its wings spreading wide. It looked like something otherworldly. As quickly as it appeared, the creature vanished into the darkness, leaving the man wondering what he had just seen. It might have been an angel, quietly visiting the earth. Whatever it was, the sight left him with a sense of mystery that he couldn't shake off. Glowing mystery. No one can expect to see something sitting high on a pole, but this clip is here to prove you wrong. Perched high on an electric pole was a large, glowing creature with wings. The light surrounding it made it look otherworldly, as if it had come from somewhere far beyond our understanding. It didn't stay there for long, though. After a few moments, the creature spread its wings and gracefully flew off into the sky. As quickly as it appeared, it was gone, leaving behind nothing but a sense of mystery. For those who witnessed the sight, the questions lingered. What was it? Where did it come from? And most importantly, why was it there? No one could provide clear answers. Nine-tailed fox. While walking near the woods in a jungle, a man saw something strange. A glowing creature with 9 tails was moving smoothly through the area. The way its tails spread out looked amazing, almost too good to be true. The man took out his camera to capture what he was seeing. When he shared the video online, people started to guess what it could be. Many thought it might be the legendary 9-tailed fox from old stories. Its glowing appearance and graceful movements made everyone wonder if it was something from a myth or just a rare sight. Backyard creepy fairy.
There's another part down the other end. Where the option.
In 2013, a group of people in the UK were in their backyard looking at a tangerine tree. They were picking some fruit when something unexpected caught their attention. Among the branches, they saw a small humanoid figure with wings. The creature looked like a fairy, with its delicate body and long wings. Before they could react, it quickly flew away,
Oh my god.
leaving the group stunned and unsure of what they had just seen. The sight was so strange that they could hardly put it into words. No one could explain it, but the moment became a mystery that still lingers in their minds. Mythical flying creature. While walking through the woods at night, a man experienced something unexpected. In the distance, he saw a large bird flying, its wings glowing softly in the dark. The light from the bird brightened the area around it, creating a calm and almost magical atmosphere. As the bird moved gracefully through the night, its glow made it look like something out of a legend. It was clear to the man that this wasn't just any ordinary bird. It seemed like a rare, mythical creature making a brief appearance in the night. Angels in sky. In Dansaman, a man was looking out his window when he noticed something truly strange in the sky. High above, glowing figures seemed to be flying gracefully through the air. When the footage was shared online, it didn't take long for it to go viral. Many people were fascinated, believing that they had just seen real-life angels. Others weren't so sure and suggested it might have been some kind of special effects or CGI. The video sparked a lot of debate, and no one could quite agree on what those glowing figures really were. It left everyone thinking, what could they possibly have been? Unidentified creature. In Pennsylvania, an unusual sight was caught on camera when an unidentified creature was spotted flying through the sky. The creature had large, impressive wings, and many viewers couldn't help but think of dragons, as if these mythical beings had somehow returned. However, what made the sight even more mysterious was that the creature was never seen again after that day. Its sudden appearance and quick disappearance left many people puzzled, and some began to wonder if there was more to the story. Could the government be hiding something from the public? The unanswered questions continue to stir up curiosity. Strange spacer. While on a flight, a woman started recording the clouds from her seat, thinking it was just a normal view. But as she filmed, she noticed something strange in the distance. A faint shape moving through the clouds. At first, she thought it was nothing, but the object slowly came closer. It wasn't a bird or another plane. It looked smooth and shiny, like metal, and moved quietly. Some passengers noticed too, watching closely as the strange object floated near the plane. Then, without warning, it disappeared back into the clouds. It was a moment she couldn't forget, leaving her with more questions than answers. UFO Army escort. Something unusual happened above the Nevada desert, and it quickly grabbed everyone's attention. Locals managed to capture a strange scene. 3 saucer-shaped objects flying across the sky,
Dalton.
with F-22 Raptors chasing after them. It almost looked like a UFO escort mission,
Dalton, are you seeing this?
playing out just like something from a movie. According to the online spectators, it was a secret military operation, possibly to catch extraterrestrials, that the people just recorded it. Flying alien. During a trip, a couple was recording videos when something unusual caught the cameraman's eye. In the background, high in the sky, a humanoid figure was floating, moving smoothly through the air. The figure stayed there for a few moments, almost as if it was observing the couple, before slowly disappearing back into the clouds. Locals nearby had their own ideas about what it could be. There were several theories regarding this being. Most of them called it an alien visiting from another world. But no matter how many theories people came up with, no one could explain what the figure was or where it had gone after it disappeared. The mystery remained, leaving everyone with more questions than answers. Sky horse. Have you ever seen a horse running across the sky? It might sound impossible, but one man said he saw just that. He was out in his backyard on a cloudy afternoon when something unusual caught his eye. He noticed a shape that looked exactly like a horse. It wasn't still, but seemed to be running. Later, he shared the video online, and it quickly got people's attention. Everyone had their own ideas about what it could be. It could be a random cloud formation, but what if it's something deeper, like a heavenly being on a mission, galloping through the sky with some purpose? We never know. Dark creature. The locals of Sydney looked up at the sky and saw something they never imagined. There, floating in the air, was a dark, clumpy mass that seemed out of place. The onlookers thought it resembled the Dementors from stories, but researchers soon explained that it was something different. They said it was a scud cloud, a type of low, detached cloud that often appears dark and irregular in shape. Although many were puzzled by the sight, it turned out to be a natural cloud formation that is not often seen. Bird charging. We all know how powerful electricity can be and how dangerous it is to touch a live wire. But what was caught on camera in this footage is truly surprising. A bird was sitting on an electric wire, and every few moments, it seemed to get small shocks. Strangely enough, the shocks didn't seem to bother the bird at all. It just stayed there as if nothing was happening. What made it even more unusual was how the bird's behavior reminded people of a drone charging its battery. No one could figure out what was going on. It really makes you wonder, was it even a bird in the first place? Black Entity Falls.
The thing is going down. Did you see it hit?
In a small village in Indonesia, a group of people were going about their usual busy day when something unexpected caught their attention. A long, dark figure suddenly fell from the sky and left everyone stunned. At first, the villagers thought it might be a strange creature, something from far up in the sky that they didn't know about. It seemed like something unusual, maybe even otherworldly. However, as time went on, locals suggested that it could have been a balloon. But there was no clear evidence to support that idea. The mystery remained, and the villagers were left wondering about the strange thing that had fallen from the sky. Shadow figures emerging. This man was near a body of clear water when he saw something unusual. A white, smoky figure appeared just above the surface, hanging in the air for a short moment, before rising slowly and disappearing into the sky. Well, it might be some kind of water spirit, or just like some people said, it could be swamp gas, a mixture of methane and other gases that forms in marshes. But what made this sight so puzzling was the fact that the water was clear, with no marsh or swamp in sight. The strange figure left people wondering what it really was, as the clear water seemed to have no explanation for the mysterious appearance in the sky. Face of the Earth. On August 1st, 2011, something truly surprising happened at Grand Falls in Canada that left everyone amazed. A farmer was going about his day when he noticed something unusual in the sky. There, in the storm clouds, was a huge face.
We're hardwired to recognize faces, and so the clouds, they're such fantastic stimuli for our imagination.
It looked as if a giant had peeked out from the clouds, watching from above. The face was so detailed and perfectly shaped that it didn't seem like just a random cloud formation. The size and clarity made it seem almost too perfect to be a coincidence. The scene was so incredible that it felt as if the clouds had come to life, staring right back at him, as if something was watching from above. Witch's broom. Have you ever seen something so strange that it made you question what you were looking at? That's exactly what happened in California when a palm tree was seen floating in midair. The tree was just hovering above the road, with no wires or branches holding it up. It wasn't tied to anything at all, and it seemed to defy the rules of gravity. The sight was so unusual that it left people wondering how this was even possible. It might be some kind of magical trick, like a witch's broom, or it could be a rare natural phenomenon, maybe caused by the tree's inertia. No matter the theory, it left everyone who saw it puzzled by the strange sight. Giant creature. Locals were left stunned when a giant, creepy creature appeared out of nowhere. Its sheer size and strange movements didn't make any sense, leaving everyone in shock. The creature had a scaly, metallic surface that seemed unnatural, reflecting light in odd patterns. It didn't look like any animal people had seen before, which raised countless questions. Was it some kind of secret experiment? Or could it be a bizarre weather phenomenon creating an illusion? No one could explain its sudden appearance, but its presence didn't feel normal. Some quickly took pictures and videos, hoping to make sense of it later. Whatever it was, the sighting left a lasting impression, making everyone wonder what might still be hidden in the world. Dancing UFO. On April 14th, 2024, something unusual appeared in the sky, floating high above the ground. It was unlike anything anyone had seen before. Surprised by the sight, the locals quickly pulled out their phones to capture the moment. The video spread rapidly, gaining millions of views within hours. Many people began speculating that it might be some kind of advanced flying robot. Despite the theory circulating, people couldn't figure out exactly what the object was. Pilot catch UFO. While flying through the sky, a pilot was recording himself, simply enjoying the calm view. Everything seemed normal until he spotted something strange in the background. A glowing, round object appeared, looking out of place. Before he could get a better look, the object suddenly shot upward and disappeared into the sky. Soon after, people began talking about it. It couldn't be just a weather phenomenon. A few even wondered if it was part of a secret government project or a UFO. Yet, despite all the different theories, it remained an unanswered mystery. Extraterrestrial activity. This man was standing on his rooftop, enjoying the clear sky, when he noticed something unusual. A bright light appeared out of nowhere, and it didn't seem quite right. The sky was clear, with no clouds or storm in sight, making the light even more mysterious. As he kept watching, he realized the light was coming from something solid. There was an object slowly rotating in the sky, hidden within the glow. Its movements were smooth but strange, unlike anything he had seen before. Could it be a spaceship? Or maybe a UFO? The clear sky and the unusual object left him wondering if he had just witnessed something from another world. UFO chase. An unusual sight in the sky recently caught the attention of many. A strange object was spotted, and it appeared to be followed by a jet. While the exact location remains unclear, the event sparked a lot of speculation. Some people think the object could be part of a secret government project, with the military escorting something classified. Others wonder if it could be an extraterrestrial ship trying to remain hidden. Whatever the case, this sight has left many questioning if there's more to the story than we're being told. Fire UFO.
Look!
Behind clouds. Have you ever witnessed a fireball fall from the sky? That's exactly what happened to a woman one evening as she was walking to her car. Out of nowhere, a bright fireball appeared overhead, hanging in the air for a moment before drifting off in a different direction. As news spread online, people started offering their theories. Was it a malfunctioning drone or an alien craft? People couldn't say for sure what it was. It just left many to think if it was something from beyond our world.
Did you see it? Though when it was over here, it looked so crazy.
UFO takeoff. An anonymous user shared a video online that quickly caught the attention of many, but just as fast, it was taken down. The footage showed a large UFO rising above a river, looking so real that it seemed impossible to dismiss as a prank. It made everyone believe that the government was hiding something. No one could find the answers, but the video left many wondering if there's more to the story than we're being told. Black entity in way. One evening, as a man was driving home, something strange happened that made him slam on the brakes. Right in front of his car, there was a dark, mysterious figure floating in the air. The creature seemed to be wearing a cloak, its shape and movement reminding him of the mythical Dementor. It appeared so out of place that he couldn't help but stop and stare, trying to make sense of what he was seeing. The eerie figure lingered for a moment before disappearing, leaving the man with more questions than answers about what he had just witnessed. Flying phantom. While out one day, this man captured something so unusual that it left people confused. He saw a strange, human-like creature flying in the sky, moving in a way that seemed completely out of the ordinary. Many people who saw the footage began calling it a flying phantom, but it raised a lot of questions. Was it just an illusion caused by the light, or something much more mysterious? The sight was puzzling enough to make people wonder if there was something deeper at play, beyond what they could immediately explain. Mid-air portal. What started as a regular flight took an unexpected turn when one man, looking out of his plane window, saw something truly surprising. High in the sky, he spotted a huge smoky circle, perfectly round, almost like a doorway to another world. At first glance, it looked like it was just a big smoke ring, but it could be some sort of portal from another realm, too. Who knows? No matter the explanation, the sight sparked curiosity, leaving everyone to wonder what it really was. Flying Saint. What this man saw on a random day was just like a story that's hard to believe. As he looked up at the sky, he saw something incredible. A human-like figure, covered in a bright red gown, was floating high above, moving smoothly through the clouds. It was unlike anything they had ever seen. Too strange to be real, yet so clear it couldn't be ignored. But what was even more surprising was that just as the figure reached another cloud, it suddenly disappeared and there was no trace behind. It could have been a saint who remembered where it truly belonged. Not on Earth, but somewhere far above, in the heavens. Strange creature floating. In Utah, people spotted something strange flying in the sky.
Just in case it starts doing weird movements.
That made them wonder if it came from another world. The object had a head, small arms, and a tail, which led many to believe it was an alien flying high above. To their surprise, the same strange object was seen in other parts of the city, and no one could figure out what it really was, or where it came from. As the mystery grew, people couldn't agree on what they had seen, and the questions remained unanswered. Storm Dragon. Many of us enjoy the peaceful atmosphere, but that sense of calm can quickly turn to surprise when something unexpected appears in the sky. This woman, hoping to capture the perfect shot of lightning with her camera, noticed something unusual hiding in the clouds. When the next flash of lightning struck, it briefly revealed the outline of what looked like a dragon, hidden behind the clouds, making her think about what she had just witnessed. It was a brief, almost surreal glimpse, but clear enough to leave a lasting impression. Glowing eyes. On a rainy day in Bangladesh, something unusual caught a man's attention as he looked up at the sky. Between the lightning and thunder, he saw two bright lights shining through the dark clouds. The shape of the lights didn't seem ordinary, almost as if they were part of something much larger. As he watched closely, it appeared that the lights were forming the eyes of a huge, otherworldly figure. The strange sight quickly became a topic of discussion online, and the mystery still lingers, leaving many to wonder about the figure in the sky. Creature of the fog. A worm? A centipede with dozens of legs? Or what? A man was taking a walk in the fog when he spotted something truly bizarre. This massive, worm-like creature was floating in the air. Its countless legs moving gently as it hovered peacefully. Some people who heard about it even suggested that it could be a mythical creature that only appears under certain conditions. After a while, the creature slowly disappeared into the clouds, never to be seen again. This left many wondering if it only appears in the fog, and if it might return one day. And now, let's move on to our subscribers' pick. Who says dragons are only creatures from myths and stories? What I'm about to share might make you think otherwise. A giant winged creature was spotted sitting atop a tall tower. It stayed there for a while before it suddenly spread its wings and flew off into the sky. The people who saw it were convinced that a dragon was hiding in that area, remaining unseen by most. The sight of such a creature left everyone wondering if dragons might not be just myths after all, but possibly real beings that have remained hidden for centuries. The mystery of what they saw has left people questioning whether we truly know everything about the world around us. And with that, see you next time.